Hey everybody, it's your pal Mike Zombie, and this week we're going to talk about Gangsters, Guns, and Zombies from 2012. This review, as I already explained to McPierce earlier when we were recording for the Zombie Mob, is going to be shitty. No, not necessarily in terms of the movie I'm talking about, just for what I'm going to give you for this week. I can't tell you how many hours I've worked this week. I've been up for almost 24 hours currently after a long work week. And I'm just pretty much ready to fucking fall down. And in the last hour, I finished watching Gangster, Guns, and Zombies and wanted to tell you a little bit about it. I'm not going to really edit this up. Maybe slightly if I really fuck something up. Other than that, this is what you get for this week. This is a film from across the pond from Great Britain. As with a lot of movies I've seen from Great Britain as of late, being in the last couple years, they're doing things a little different. And I kind of like this film. It's no secret. I like films from England, Australia, Scotland, so forth. But this kind of had a bunch of things that I like. It's a story of a handful of gangsters. Though, I mean, not really gangsters like we would think. Hoodlums, maybe. This was a mashup of several types of film. First off, it reminded me a lot of Ocean's 11. A bunch of friends just pulled a heist. They're trying to get away. Now, why they chose to do this in the middle of a zombie apocalypse when probably your money isn't going to go nearly as far as your food, I don't quite understand that. But we had kind of a Ocean's 11 cast, very close, in spirit anyway, a zombie film, and like a smidgen of 28 Days Later, and a little bit of comedy too, as these guys rob a bank and just go running. One person's dying, and they try to figure out what to do to save him, and they go to great lengths to save him and fail. And they end up at a windmill. And I really didn't get into the characters in this film until the windmill. Because the most badass old lady, and I do mean badass old lady on the planet, lives here. And she kicks some ass, and if you watch the trailer for this, she actually wields that quick hurling shotgun to the left, where it just blows away a zombie at his chest, but it's a swing shot. And she's the one that lets that one go. This movie wasn't great. It was pretty good. I liked where it went. Vincent Jerome plays Q. He's the star, and I really liked him, and I hope I see Vincent in a lot of other things. He was pleasant. I don't know. He has a demeanor about him where he could play all kinds of roles. He could be a gangbanger if you wanted. He could be the valedictorian. He could be the cool guy. In this film, he was the cool guy. His name was Q. He was really interesting. And we had a bunch of other stereotypical, like, hoodlum British characters. Charles Ross, who played Muscles, was pretty funny. Because at the end of this film, they show a bunch of the outtakes. And he really did a great job because he seemed like a big, stupid lump. And he had quite a bit more to say in the outtakes. But I digress. So the bank robbers are trying to escape, and they're running. This is the beauty of it. They're running from a situation where they were shot at by a security guard, and they're running into a zombie horde and think that they're going to find some shelter. Now, this movie does make fun of, and they do involve LARPing. The title is a bit misleading. Gangsters, not really hoodlums. There are a couple of guns, not very many, and there's a lot of zombies. And what I liked about this film, aside from the fact that it was pretty entertaining, it was kind of that neat little spin of a bunch of different, like a boutique-ish kind of zombie film. Had a bunch of little things you like from other films coming together. What I liked about this, especially, is at the end, with the credits and with the flubs and everything else, they're showing, as they're filming, just like 100 people dressed up as zombies chasing a car back and forth, and one person just fucking eats shit and falls over and jumps up and keeps on running. And they take time to stop and thank everybody, and all the zombies kind of give each other a big cheer, and everybody's having a real, and you could tell by their faces, they're having a real good time. And I don't know, that scene made me like this film that much more. It's not just a bunch of dicks running around, but it was actually a bunch of people that were really charged up, wanting to be there. You know, they weren't getting paid jack shit as extras, but they really had a good time. And that made me like this film a lot more. That, and I'm also half asleep. Next week, show's going to be a bit different. McPierce and I think Vaughn, which would be great, we're going to discuss The Godfather, the original Godfather. And I know Daryl isn't that much into see, I'm tired. Mob films, I think. I think he said something like that. It was just never his forte, but I hope he likes it enough to want to see Godfather 2, because I really think Godfather 2 is a better film slightly than Godfather 1. Godfather 3, as most of you know, never really fucking happened. I don't care what people are talking about Part 4 is coming out with DiCaprio. Fuck you. Over my dead body. Anyways, that's all I've got for this week. I have 2 solid days off. I think I'm going to go buy a printer tomorrow and maybe go to swap meet and then drink a shit ton of beer. So, it's hot. I'm just doing my part to, stay hydrated. Anyways, sorry this wasn't more. It's the Brudzinski scale, Gangsters, Guns, and Zombies from 2012. Yeah, I would say that would be a borrow on the buy it, borrow, or don't bother scale. It was cleverly done. Wasn't great, but I really enjoyed the Vincent Jerome in this. He played Q. I enjoyed him more than, besides the old lady, who's a badass. I really enjoyed his performance. So check it out. This might be on Netflix. I don't know, but check it out. Anyways, just came out. I'm not going to ruin it all for you. All right, need to go to bed. Have a good week, guys, and look forward to Corleone. The fucking pipe at the end. Italian Americans are my friends. They're amongst the hardest working people in the world. And it's a shame that a few bad people have fucked this up for everybody. Day goes forever. I don't know. At the hearings. I don't want to give a spoiler out. All right. Because Daryl had... Mick Pierce is... I don't know. I'm going to edit this part out because I'm babbling. Anyways, bye.